Everyone in life will experience highs and lows, good times and bad. The world we live in offers us and also brings upon us joys and sadness, sunshine and rain. Those of us that have accepted Christ as Savior are not exempt from these experiences. The difference with us is God is with us to guide and strengthen us through the process. He will take what our enemies tried to hurt us with and use it to help us to step into His promises that He planned for us. He says, I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to do you good and not to do you harm. He's going to take what was used to hurt you to move you into the promise. And in order for that to happen, you must remain steadfast to what He has promised. Otherwise, you may forfeit what God has for you. Don't give up on it. Just believe God for what He said. Stay focused on it and keep moving toward it. This takes me to the main character of this text. We're reading about a man by the name of Joseph. His name means God adds. Jacob is his father. Rachel is his mother. He is Rachel's firstborn, but he is the 11th son of Jacob. Joseph is a young man who is spiritually gifted. He has some spiritual gifts. Two of his gifts that he has is one being the gifts of administration. He knows how to administer things and put things in order. Then he also has the gift of dream interpretation. He has the interpretation of dreams in his spirit. Jacob is the lover of his sons, but he loves his son Joseph in a special way. Joseph is the son that Jacob favors. Joseph is the son that doesn't practice bad behavior as the other 10 brothers. Joseph wants to do the right thing, even to the point where Joseph makes report back to his father about what the brothers are doing. And as I told you before, that's what the younger children do. They tell. Jacob loved Joseph, and one day, because of Joseph being his son that he favors, he makes him this beautiful coat, known as the coat of many colors. He decks it out, takes his time. And over a period of time, he puts this coat together for Joseph. Some scholars would say that the coat had jewels. The things that parted its colors were the jewels. I don't know about that, but I do know this much, that if jewels were in the coat, that would prompt some jealousy in the brothers. The coat by itself would prompt jealousy. But now daddy done went and sold some jewels in the coat. Some rubies, some emeralds, some sapphires, many colors. You can only imagine how beautiful the coat looks. Now his brothers are jealous of him. Even more. They already had some hatred for him because the father's love for him. But now, because daddy done took it a little further and gave him a special gift, they hate him even the more. Joseph is only about 17 years old at this time. And then he has some dreams, some prophetic dreams. And he told his brothers and his mother and father about his prophetic dreams. His dreams stated that he would have authority. His dreams stated that not only would he have authority, but he would have authority over his brothers. Now here you are, the baby boy, because Benjamin isn't born yet. Here you are, the baby boy. Running around talking about, we're going to be listening to you. Then you have another dream and you tell your father and mother, the moon and stars bow to me. Jacob knew what that meant. He said, shall you have authority over me and your mother? So the brothers even became more jealous. You got to watch telling your dreams to people. You need somebody to talk to you every now and then. But you got to learn who you tell your dreams to. Anybody ever told somebody something that you wish you never told them? If you're over the age of 12, you done told somebody something you wish you never told. So, Joseph's brothers are supposed to be feeding the sheep, getting them watered, if you will. They are supposed to be in a place called Shechem. Shechem means shoulder or ridge. And Jacob tells Joseph, go check on your brothers. Check on my livestock. You know how they are. Let's go see if everything is all right. Joseph said, okay, Daddy. I'm going to go check it out. So Joseph goes and makes his way to Shechem. And when he gets to Shechem, he doesn't see the brothers where they're supposed to be. So he's looking around, and somebody sees him looking around, and they ask him, what you looking for? He said, I'm looking for my brothers. They're supposed to be here. He said, I know your brothers. They went over there to Dothan. Dothan? Yeah, they over in Dothan. I heard them talk. They over in Dothan, which means law. Yeah. So they are in Dothan doing their thing, kicking it. Anybody ever been places you shouldn't have been, kicking it? Don't lie to me. Even I've been places in my life that I shouldn't have been kicking it. Whatever kicking is. So while they're kicking it in Dothan, they see their brother. And they say, here comes the dreamer coming to tell again. The Bible doesn't say they say coming and tell again, but you know, you understand, because that's what he's going to do. He's going to go back in there and say that they're supposed to be in Shechem, but they was in Dothan and they was kicking. They say, here he comes, the dreamer, talking about he's going to be in charge of us. Let's kill him. Let's kill him, get rid of him, and see what becomes of his dreams. So they grab him and they throw him down in a well, a hole. No doubt expecting the hole to be filled with water, wishing to drown him. But Reuben says, no, he's our flesh and blood. Don't kill him. Don't kill him? No, don't kill him. He's our brother. Don't kill him. Well, we want to do something with him. But there were some Ishmaelites. They had to Egypt. Let's sell them into slavery. And then we'll tell Daddy that a wild beast ate him. Take some goat blood and put it on his coat. Tear his coat up. We don't like this thing anyway. And say that a wild beast must have got him. Let me tell you something. Whenever we are not doing or not where we're supposed to be, we always bring somebody else out from where they're supposed to be. Whenever you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you can always cause someone else to do what they're not supposed to do. Joseph should have never been in Dothan, but because he was looking for his brothers, who should have never been in Dothan, he's doing something he shouldn't do because they're in a place they shouldn't be in. And when people are in those places, they bring those of us that have no desire to be in certain places to find them so that we can bring them out. But sometimes we get trapped in a place that we shouldn't have been in the first place. Man, hurt me only else. So they sold him in to slavery. Goes back and tells his father that we found his coat. They think they are through with Joseph. And Joseph is now a slave. But there's something about when the hand of God is on your life, no matter where you are, God is going to make you rise up even in places you shouldn't be in. That's when the hand of God is on your life. When you don't put your own self in situations. It's when you are put in a situation. God's hand is still on your life. Anybody know that God's hand is still on their life? You didn't ask for it. You didn't want to be in that position, but you found yourself there, but God is still with you. So he found himself as a slave, and he gets picked up by Potiphar, captain of the guard. Potiphar puts him in his house, and Joseph is doing such a fine job in the house that Potiphar says, I'm going to make you in charge of my house over all the slaves. You go ahead and take care of everything while I'm gone. You got everything. But no wife. Joseph is an honest, righteous young man, working in Potiphar's house, Bring your mind back. Bring it back. So, Potiphar's wife, Mrs. Potiphar, she sees him and says, "You are looking good, Joseph. Come on, be with me." Joseph's like, "No, I got work to do." This happens over a period of time. He tells her, "Look, I can't do this. My master has put me in charge of everything. But you, please stop making me do this. Stop tempting me." She comes to a point when Potiphar's out of town, nobody else is in the house. She puts her hands on him. Joseph runs, leaves his coat, and then she said, "I gotta make a plan." She lies on him. So already he's dealing with two lies. The lies of his brother, who said that he's dead, and now the lies of Potiphar's wife, who says that he tried to force himself on her. He rose even as a slave when they tried to stop him. He's a slave, and still God finds favor on his life. Somebody say, "Wake up, wake up." God favors you. God favors you. Wake up. That's general. So I want to point you out. He's a slave and doing well, but now the devil moves again. Whenever God has favor on your life, please don't think that you are exempt from troubles in your life. You're still going to have to deal with the troubles of life. People still going to lie on you. People still going to try to put you in slavery. But guess what? Stay focused on the Lord. Stay focused. Don't let them throw you off. Stay focused. Potiphar believes it. But there must be some doubt in Potiphar's mind, because Potiphar could have had Joseph killed for this. But instead he throws Joseph in prison. I'm going to show you how God is with him. He's in prison and prospering. That's a sermon title right now. Prospering in prison. He's in prison, and the jailer, the warden, sees him and sees his administrative gifts and says, "Now I'm going to put you in charge of everything here in the prison." You got charge over everything. When God makes you a leader, no matter what state you're in, you still gonna lead. They can put you in a dungeon, and guess what? You still gonna lead. They can put you in a hole, and you still gonna lead. They can tie you up, and you still gonna lead. No matter what people do to you, when God has favored you, you're still going to lead. Some of you on your jobs, people have tried to sabotage your work. Tried to say that you weren't doing what you're supposed to do. Have tried to set you up, only to find out that every time they tried to do something bad to you, you rose again. Some of you have even had jealous supervisors that didn't want to see you excel. They tried to shut you down, but God will move that supervisor out of the way, bring another supervisor in that'll take you where you're supposed to be, and you'll end up being over some of the people that were your supervisors. Don't tell me, I know what I'm talking about. Hey, that's God. Don't tell me, I've been in positions where the people that were in charge of me have tried to hurt me, only to find out that God would switch things around. Now I'm in charge of the people who tried to hurt me. God is a mighty good God. The plan to hurt me only helped me. So while he's in prison, there is two other people there that the story talks about. They had worked in Pharaoh's mansion, if you will. In Pharaoh's palace, if you will. For some reason, they were cast into jail. One is a baker, and the other is a butler. The butler is known as the cupbearer. They have dreams one night, both of them, and their dreams trouble them. And Joseph notices that they look troubled. And he asks, what's your problem? They say, we had a dream. One tells his dream, read the story, you'll hear more about it, read more about it, and the other tells his dream. Joseph tells the cupbearer, you're going to be restored back into the place where you were. Butler. So when the butler had good news, the baker said, well, let me tell him my story. Just because one person gets good news doesn't mean that everybody's getting good news. The baker tells him his dream, and what I love about Joseph is Joseph doesn't beat around the bush. See, for me, I like to lay things on people soft. Just don't like to hit them with it. But Joseph hit him with it hard. He said, man, you're going to be executed. They're going to hang you. You're going to be executed. Can you imagine? Here's one rejoicing and the other full of sadness. Hoping that I hope this man doesn't know what he's talking about. 3 days later, it was as Joseph said. When they came to get the butler, Joseph told the butler, he said, look, when you get to Pharaoh, tell him about me. Let him know I was falsely accused. Let him know about me. Now, how many of you have given word to people to give word to people, and the people that should have gave the word to the people didn't give the word to the people? Then when you found out, you're like, didn't so-and-so tell you that They said, no, they didn't tell. I told so-and-so to tell you that, but they didn't tell him. So here's Joseph in that same situation. The cupbearer, the butler is so glad to be out of this prison situation that he doesn't mention Joseph at all. Not one mention of him. He just serving cups, serving plates. I'm glad to be here. I saw what happened to the baker. I'm glad to be here. I had Joseph on my mind until I saw what they did to the baker. Now I'm just glad to be in the service one more time. Joseph is down in the prison, still doing what he's supposed to do. And let me tell you something. God doesn't always give us good. Sometimes he allows bad so that he can bring the good out of us. The situation looks bleak. It looks gloom for Joseph. It looks bad. But Joseph still relies and trusts in the Lord. And I'm going to tell some of you something. Your situation might not look good, but you need to remain trusting in the Lord. I don't care how much you owe, trust in the Lord. I don't care how sick you are, trust in the Lord. Don't allow nobody Gotta keep my mind stayed on him so he can keep me in perfect peace. Because all whose mind is stayed on him, he keeps them in perfect peace. Even in your prison situation, he keeps you in perfect peace. Prison, perfect peace. Yeah. Even in your prison, he gives you perfect peace. So 2 whole years go by. Yeah. 2 whole extra years. And can you imagine, Joseph? God, I saw the dream. My brothers sold me into slavery. Potiphar's wife lied on me. Then I'm in prison. But in spite of it all, God, you have blessed me and showed me that you are with me. And I just want to know, how long do I have to deal with this situation? Anybody ever ask God that? God, I love you, Lord, but how long do I have to deal with this? But I'm holding on to your promises. And let me tell you something, it only takes one person to change your whole life around. That's why you got to stay in position. I don't care how you look, how you feel, you got to stay in position. I don't care what you're dressed in, you got to stay in position. And what's my position? Trusting in the Lord. Leaning not to my own understanding, but acknowledging him in all ways. So 2 years go by. And then God drops a dream on Pharaoh. And Pharaoh calls for all his wise men. All the ones that are supposed to have the answer. He tells them the dream. Sick cattle, healthy cattle. He tells them the dream. They can't find nobody. But see, God knew when and how to get to Pharaoh so that Joseph can be where he was supposed to be. It had to be another 2 years of him in that situation because his work in the situation wasn't complete. It's some secret stuff that we don't even know about Joseph that was happening in the 2-year period. They don't tell us about it. And let me tell you something. God got some secret stuff that is working in you that people don't even know about, but you got to go through it while you got to go through it, because at the end you're going to come out right on top. But go through it. Go through it. Go through it. Suppose Joseph would have gathered mental illness while he was in the prison. And don't tell me prison can give you mental illness. Don't tell me. I work in prisons. And I've seen people come in one way and leave out another. The ones that stay alive. Joseph could have easily found something cut his wrist, cut his throat, hung himself, and let it be done. But he held on. Because Pharaoh has dreams that nobody else could answer. And the cupbearer, the butler, remembers Joseph. The traumatic experience of seeing the baker is now past. Now he can remember Joseph. He said, while I was locked up, oh Pharaoh, there was a guy who interpreted dreams well. He told me that I was going to be serving you again. He also told me that the baker told him what you were going to do to him, and everything that he said came true. So we might want to get this guy. Joseph gets the word. One person changing it all around. Said Pharaoh wants to see you. Joseph gets his stuff together, gets his stuff all cleaned up, and goes before Pharaoh. Pharaoh said, I had a dream. I had some dreams and they troubled me. And I can't find nobody to give me the interpretation. Joseph said, tell me the dream. And I'll let you know what God is saying. Stop trying to do it yourself and do it under the Spirit of the Lord. Stop trying to walk in your flesh and do it with the Spirit of the Lord. Because flesh only messes things up. So Joseph says, I hope you're getting something. Joseph says, let me tell you the interpretation of the dream. Egypt gonna go through some stuff. But we're gonna have 7 years of plentiful things. Everything gonna grow more than it normally grow. We're gonna get a little more water from the rain. We're gonna get everything we need in these 7 years. Yeah. He said, but then it's gonna be 7 years of famine, drought. It's going to be bad. And the king knew that what Joseph was saying was true. And he said, well, how can I fix it? Joseph said, let me show you. Let me tell you what you need to do. During the 7 years of plenty, take 5% of everything from everybody and store it up. So when we get the 7 years of lack, we'll have stored up for when we don't have. Let me tell you something. Some people think that they're supposed to spend everything that they have right now. But let me tell you something. You better learn a Joseph method. Let me break it down to you. Financially, those of us that are Christians, those of us that can, we should, let me help you a little bit, we should pay God 10%. And then put 10% away for ourselves. Those that can do that. But if you can't put 10% away, do what I call the Joseph method. Put 5% away. Put it away for the years that you're not going to have while you have. God provides while you have, so that you can have when you don't have, because God is providing while you have. I hope you get it. So, here it comes. He saved it all up, and the famine comes. Pharaoh says, because of your wisdom, because of what you have told me, I'm going to elevate you to viceroy, to viceroy, vice president, second in command. You're going to be in charge of everything but me. Here you are, went from a slave to a prisoner to now being in charge of everything because you did what? Stayed focused on the Lord. All the hell you've been through, you remain focused and God is going to reward you for it. So now Joseph is sitting on a throne, giving out orders. And the famine is throughout all Egypt and surrounding lands. And then finally, and I'm almost done. The famine has reached all the way into Canaan. And the word has gone out that over in Egypt, they got everything and then some. Jacob says, go to Egypt. Because we doing quite bad right now, but I'm rich, but my money don't help me when we don't have no water or no grain. All the money and gold and silver that I have is not going to help me not one bit if I don't live. So take some of this stuff and go to Egypt and buy what we need. So here comes these 11 brothers, because now Benjamin is born. So the 10 come first. Joseph recognizes them, but they don't recognize Joseph because they thought he was long gone. But you also got to remember that Joseph is now in Egyptian garb. Sometimes you got to dress like the people in order to rule the people. You got to listen to what I'm telling you. That's why when people come to church, you got to stop worrying about if they're in a suit. You got to stop worrying about if they're in pants and all that kind of stuff. You got to dress like the people sometime in order to rule the people. That's why when we have youth programs and the youth say t-shirt, I don't come in here with a suit when they say t-shirt because it's for the youth. Amen. Don't come in here naked. Because everybody gonna have problems. Me, you, and everybody else. Church people be tripping me out. When I said naked, some of y'all faces good. What's wrong with that? That's what you get. You get in the shower, hopefully. How you get there? You scared to say the word. How do you get there? You get in the bathtub, hopefully you get there how? Hopefully. You go get a medical exam, and they tell you to take off all your clothes. You are. People be tripping. Naked I came into the world, and naked I'm going to leave. Church folk, come on now. So the brothers see. They don't know who he is. He has on Egyptian makeup, Egyptian jewelry, but he recognizes them all. And the brothers can't understand how he understands and sets them in certain orders, in certain positions. Make the long story short, he says to his helpers, put some of my stuff in their bags. Don't let them know it's there. And then go search the bags. Now I'm going to find out if my brothers have changed or not. If they changed or if they still dipping and dabbling in evilness. If they still lying. If they still scheming and conniving. If they still trying to trick. I'm going to find out. So after you put it in there, then I want you to go search the stuff. And when you find it, I want you to hold them. And so the story goes that they bring Benjamin. Everybody is happy. The father comes out of Egypt. The brothers say in this verse right here, we thought you were going to kill us. But Joseph says, but as for you, you thought evil against me. But God meant it unto good to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive. The reason I'm here and had to go through what I had to go through, this is Joseph, is because I had to save some lives. Not just the lives of Egypt, but I had to save the lives of the surrounding countries. And not just the surrounding countries, but I had to save the life of the lineage of Christ. Because if I should die, if you should die, then Christ won't be born. But we got to live so that Christ can be born through this lineage. So that when Christ is born, he can save many people from their situation. He can make many people go to where they're supposed to be, even though they should be dying and going to hell. He can bring many people out. And I'm so glad that they didn't kill Joseph. Because if Joseph would have died, we would not be saved. We'd still be lost. But because Joseph lived, because God had his hand on Joseph and took them through the slavery and took them through the hardship of prison, now Joseph is in a high seat where he can now make some serious decisions to save many people. Do you want to go through? I said, do you want to go through? What they're doing to hurt you is only helping you. God is allowing it to happen so that you can get some strength, and so that when you get to where you are, you'll remember where you came from. Most people want to act like that they ain't been nowhere. You want to get a new car and act like you've been driving a new car all your life. You want to act like you've been living in riches all your life. But most of us have never been living in riches all our lives. Not most of us. Maybe one or two here. Maybe you grew up and everything was good for you. But I'm going to tell you, the way I grew up, I done been through some hell growing up. But now God has blessed me. But I know where I came from. Do anybody know where you came from? That way your head don't get big. You don't get all swollen up thinking that you stop letting whatever you got in your bank account think that you're something, because I know that you can have it and just as quick as you can lose it, just like that. But when God gives it to you, because you done been through so much, God said, I got you now. I got you now. You're going to rise and you're going to keep rising, because you have learned how to forgive even those who try to hurt you, so that now all they did was help you to get you where you need to be. So when you're going through, that person walked out on you, don't stop chasing people that walked out on you. If they walking out, why are you chasing them? I don't understand. Nobody wants to be lonely. You're not really chasing that person. You're chasing after the rejection. That's all. You're chasing after the rejection. How can you reject me? How can you leave me? How could you? I've done so much for you. And you go behind them, you run behind them, only find out they're the same person they were when they were leaving. Let them go. God wants you to let them go. Because he's taking you through it so that he can make you stronger to help someone else. somebody and get some help. Because I'm going to tell you, and I said it many times before, if you've been married more than twice, more than 3 times, it's not the other people. It's not them. You can blame it on everybody else, but I'm going to tell you, you have a hand in the matter. So let God help you. Even though it hurts, let Him help you. Because the hurt is going to bring it out. Now I'm going to ask this one more question, I'm going to be done. Think. How many here has ever had any type of surgery? A lot of hands have went up in here. Okay, let me see. How many of you have ever had dental surgery? So some of us have had other surgery. I was trying to catch everybody. You know what I'm saying? How many of you ever had a manicure? Pedicure. For some of you, that's surgery. Serious. Serious work. On the nose, hands. Trying to catch everybody. When you go through surgery, the process is painful. The healing process is painful. The only reason you had the surgery was to help you. The doctors are hurting you to help you. When God is hurting you, He's hurting you to help you. The healing process hurts. And you want some type of anesthesia. You want something to dull this pain. But you still have to go through it while you're going through it with prayer that's dulling the pain. Prayer is dulling the pain. In the Word of God, it's dulling the pain. But you're going through it so that when you get through it, you can have a healing. And now when somebody else is going through what you're going through, you can help them in that situation. They say, I'm getting ready to get married for the 3rd time. You can ask them, did you have counseling the first time? If they say no, did you have counseling the 2nd time? They say no. You say, you getting ready to do this again? What you think you need? You need to get some counseling before you get married. Please. And if they say, yeah, I had counseling the 1st and the 2nd time. What did you learn in counseling? Because see, you can get the counsel, but you can see what, and this is where I'm at right now. I had no intentions of going on a relationship that somebody needed. See, you can send them counsel, but because you want this relationship so bad, you sit there, you looking at each other. Everything in you saying, don't you marry them. But I like the way they make me feel. I love the way they make me feel. And everything is saying, don't you marry them. And you do it anyway. Only to find out you don't like the way they make you feel. Whatever it is, whether it be relationship, whether it be job, whether it be school, whether it be your neighbors, whatever it is that you're going through, endure the hardship as a good soldier. Because God is going to bless you on the other side. intentionally to hurt anybody, but people are trying to hurt you, understand it must be coming from the Lord. So if the Lord is allowing it to come, then go ahead and deal with it. Because whatever they're doing, God is allowing it to help me. All it's doing is catapulting me into the place where I need to be. It's pushing me right on up to my position. Now I can administer. I need you to do this. And I need you to do that. I need you to put this here and put that there. And you can do it with love and compassion and not arrogance. One thing that bothers me more so than anything in church is arrogant, acting preachers and Christians. I put preachers first. Because they do a lot of damage. Acting like you're a servant as a preacher. You are a servant. You're not a king. You're a servant. And you want to lord over people. No, you are a servant over people. And while God has put us in positions to lead and guide and to direct and given us people, because see, all pastors don't have all gifts. But God gives us people with gifts that we don't have to help us go where we need to be. But if you sitting there in your title, thinking that somebody owe you something, you jacked up. You're jacked up, and I'm going to say it again, fix it so everybody understands the slang. You are messed up. And how you going to lead somebody to Christ, you walk around acting like you better than everybody else. That's a Christian? Yeah, that's a Christian. That right there? That right there. You think you want me to be like that? What I want to be like that for? In your home, you want your children saved. Live a Christian life. They're going to do what they're going to do. Because you can teach them right and raise them right and live before them right, and they're still going to do what they're going to do. But if you live right in front of them, they have something to draw back on. They say, I'm living messed up, but I remember my mother and my father. They was living right, and that's what I need to get. But if they see you turn up people, you, good God Almighty, here it is, you a Christian, you go home and you tear your own church up. So I'm going to help somebody here today. You, with your company and your friends, are on that hello phone. Now you don't even need that long kick cord. Some of us remember the landline with the 100-foot cord. So you can go and sit in the living room and people tripping over the cord. Then they came out with the wireless phone, but you can add antenna on it. Now we got cell phone, FaceTime, video chat, Facebook video chat. What's the other one out there? Skype. You got all kinds of Skype. You got all kinds of stuff that you can look at people and talk to them. That ain't always good either. Some people you just need to hear their voice. But it's all there to help. You want to help somebody live a righteous life in the Lord. Not arrogance, not puffed up, because you done came from somewhere. You done got some stuff in your life that you don't want nobody to find out about. Now, if I was to take a poll and ask you, do you got something in your life you don't want nobody to find out about? I say, if I was to take a poll, I'm not going to take the poll, because if I take the poll, somebody going to ask you later what you don't want nobody to find out about. I'm not going to ask you. Especially if you got a spouse up in here. What you got, you don't want nobody to know about it. So I'm not going to take no poll. I'm going to just put it out there in general. We all have something, whether it was before salvation and or after salvation. We got something that we don't want nobody to find out about. You can play that like you never did nothing wrong all your life. You're lying. That's why the Bible said that every man be a liar and God what? Be true. You done stole something, you done said something, you done went somewhere, you done been with somebody, you done said, did, thought something that you shouldn't have did, thought, or said. And you don't need nobody to know about it. But God, that's why you got to be careful about boasting yourself. I don't care what you got, what you have. Care how much money you have. I don't care what kind of house you live in or what kind of car you drive. God blessed you with it. God blessed me with it. Not because we've been good, but because of his kindness. And he wants to use it for some good. Stand all over the church.